Now answer us this question. How does a case like this get dismissed?
By dashcam video accurately portrayed the ordeal endured by Sharnisha Corley. Many in the community will seriously question why 2 Harris County deputies have been cleared of criminal charges and a third never charged at all. It's now been...
Let's go back and hear this again.
Exclusive images of a Houston woman forced to endure a body cavity search in public and demanding accountability. The incident resulted in the criminal indictment of 2 Harris County deputies, charges that have since been quietly dropped. Our Greg Rugen has the only on Fox story tonight.
If the images captured by dashcam video accurately portrayed the ordeal endured by Sharnisha Corley, many in the community will seriously question why 2 Harris County deputies have been cleared of criminal charges and a third never charged at all. It's now been 2 years since a traffic stop triggered what Corley's attorney calls sexual assault by police.
21-year-old African-American female, college student, had never had any criminal history, never been in trouble.
Still images obtained by Fox 26 show Corley in cuffs while deputies search her car.
One of the officers on the tape, you could hear him talking to the passenger that was already in custody in the officer's car. You could hear him telling that individual, oh, we're going to find something if we have to put our hands on her.
And they did. After a search of Corley's clothing turned up nothing, deputies decided to take their hunt deeper.
This same officer body slammed Miss Corley, stuck her head underneath the vehicle, and completely pulled her pants off, leaving her naked and exposed in that Texaco parking lot.
Attorney Sam Kamak says what happened next amounts to rape by cop.
They then took Miss Corley and put her ankles behind her ears, both of her ankles in a spread eagle position, and began to search for something in Miss Corley's cavity, in her vaginal area.
And according to the video, which Fox 26 has fully reviewed, the probing went on for at least 11 excruciating minutes before Corley was allowed to emerge from beneath the car and cover her naked body. We asked Harris County Prosecutor Natasha Sinclair if cavity searching suspects in public constitutes a criminal offense.
No one in this office stands by the search the way it was conducted. No one condones that. No one thinks it's appropriate. It should not have happened. However, bad decisions, bad judgment may not rise to the level of criminal offense.
Fox 26 has learned charges were dismissed against the deputies on August 4th, the very day the case was set for trial, and within minutes rapidly represented to a grand jury with what the DA's office calls new evidence which must remain secret.
There has been no new factual evidence to support dismissal of the case.
I feel terrible for what happened to Ms. Corley. It should never have happened. Unfortunately, we're in the business of prosecuting criminal offenses. And though it may not be criminal, that doesn't mean that she won't receive justice.
The deputies involved remain on the force and may soon be released from administrative duty. Kamak will release the full video on Monday and is calling for an independent prosecutor, one that does not work for Harris County, which is being sued by Corley in federal court for violation of her civil rights.
Justice! Exact justice, you racist pig!
As Brother Huey P. Newton said, the racist pig cops must stop their wanton murder and brutality or suffer the wrath of the armed black people in their black communities defending themselves.
And as you see, this was, what, 2 years ago? The incident. They did the dismissal this year. This is Houston, y'all. Houston. But you won't hear them talk about that. They keep that local. But they want to keep the focus on other things. They pick and choose what to protest on and what not to. And because of that, anybody else who got a daughter or something, you could be the victim. Very quickly, you can be the victim. This was back in like August. Nobody was talking about it. Now, this is the actual dash cam video. Why did they feel a need to take this woman? They said in the official thing that she smelled like marijuana. So that's why they wanted to search her car. She was in a BMW, a new model BMW. She has no criminal record, nothing. Why did you feel a need to strip her down in public? If these guys are violating the law, they need to be prosecuted. That's just the bottom line. It's the bottom line. Nobody asking for favoritism. Nobody asking for a handout. Everybody's saying, do your job.
Oh, man. You got anything on you, bro? Hell no, you making me nervous and shit. Well, my nigga, Oh, man. You got anything on you, bro? Hell no, you making me nervous and shit. Well, my nigga, I was, she wanted a cigarette for a night. So why she got that?
Forcing her on the ground, pulling her pants down. They're doing a body cavity search live on the concrete of a Texaco gas station. Because they smelled weed. See, they won't let me put nothing like this on my main account. This is Houston, Texas. This happened 2 years ago in Houston, Texas. This year, when it was supposed to go to trial, they dismissed the charges against the police officers. Back in August. Yet, you've seen no liberal talk about this incident. No liberal has come forward. They did this to this poor woman. Now they suing the prosecution because the prosecution they felt was led by a sister. Felt that she worked side by side with the police officers. So if the prosecution is working with the cops, they want to bring in they want to go to a grand jury and bring in an outside prosecutor that don't work for the state or the county. Because what you're asking for is the state prosecutor to prosecute their own. She has no criminal record. She's a college student. She's driving a BMW. They said they smelled weed. They arrested the person that's with her. But let's see what happens when you're Caucasian.
Are we crossing a border?
No, but are you United States citizens?
Are we crossing a border? I've never been asked if I'm a citizen before when I'm traveling down the road.
This is an immigration checkpoint.
Right, but we're not crossing a border.
Okay.
Are you recording this?
Yes.
So we're not recording, and I know I don't have to answer. You can ask. No, you don't have to. I don't have to answer. I've seen this before, and we did this last year when we were coming back. No, actually, I'm a teacher, and on the national level, we've been talking about this. You can ask me. I don't have to answer.
You are required to answer immigration questions. You are not required to answer any other questions.
And what's your name? Your badge is covered. Come here.
Oh, that's right. Agent Elmo.
I just want to.
E-L-M-O-R-E.
And what is it that? What's the law that says we have to answer?
If you want to see, hold on. You got a paper for me?
Am I free to go, or are you detaining me?
You are being detained, ma'am.
Okay, I'm being detained on what grounds?
It's an immigration checkpoint, ma'am.
Okay, and so what's the ground? What's the violation for being
You know
detained?
what? Just for you, here we go. Right here. U.S. Supreme Court. U.S. Martinez Fuerte.
No, you're covering part of it.
No, there's my checkpoint right here.
Right there.
Checkpoint authority.
So, and it's a checkpoint. We're not actually crossing the border right now, are we?
Checkpoint authority. Held up by the Supreme Court.
When?
These are the cases.
What year?
These are the cases.
What? No, because this is not a recent thing.
It doesn't have to be recent, ma'am.
We don't. So are we being detained?
Yes, you are being detained.
For what?
An immigration inspection.
Right.
Would you like to read this?
No, I don't want to stop. I want to. Am I free to go?
No.
I'm not free to go.
You are being detained.
On what grounds?
Right here. I've already told you.
No, you haven't. You've held up a piece of paper in my
INA
face.
287. INA 274.
So I'm
Right
being
here, my
because
authority.
I won't tell you whether or not I'm a citizen, even though I'm in New Mexico, traveling on a highway that's paid for with federal dollars.
Okay, here.
So federal dollars.
I'm reading this.
You already illegally searched my car. You have no grounds for searching my car with a dog.
Actually,
I've been detained and searched by a dog.
Was up in court. Open air search.
This is interesting. And
that dog did not go in your car.
So if I just come through and say yes, I'm a citizen, I can just go ahead.
It's justified. If the agent's justified by that answer, yes.
Okay, so if I have an accent and I'm brown, can I just say yes and go ahead, or do I have to prove it?
What we want to.
Because I have a bunch of teacher friends who are sick of their kids being discriminated against. Okay. No, I'll put it in park. I'll put it in park. There you go. No, I'm just curious because my teacher friends are sick of their kids being discriminated against.
Okay. I'm not discriminating anybody.
I have friends in San Diego who get their children harassed because they immigrated from Mexico. Their teacher, their kids are born here.
I'm asking you a question.
And they're tired of it.
Okay, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens to me if I refuse to answer your question?
You'll stay here until you're answered.
I'm a teacher. I'm on vacation. I got time.
If you want to stay here, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'm trying to explain everything to you. I'm showing our authorities.
No, I'm very curious about what happens. I'm very curious about what happens.
Right here. You want to read this? Oh.
No, nope. I want to see what happens when I refuse to say that I'm a citizen or not.
That's fine. So you're unwilling to answer the question.
I don't think I have to in this country.
Okay.
I'm traveling down the road.
Well,
It's the only way to go.
Otherwise.
You just funneled us into a place, took everybody's picture, so you can document us.
Look, I understand.
No, I get it. I know you do, and you're doing your job, and you're going to keep doing your job. And you know what? That's what the brown shirt said in Germany. Everybody was just doing their job.
I get
so
it.
I'm not going to make it easy for you guys to do your job.
No, that's fine, ma'am, and I get it. But look, if you just tell us whether or not you're a U.S.
I'm
citizen,
traveling down the road. It's the only way to get to my house. It's the only way to travel down this road. And I don't think anyone in this country not crossing a border should have to get pulled over, have their picture taken, loaded into the freaking database for this country, for everybody to come through and do facial recognition software.
I totally get your point, but the point is you're taking the fight.
This is it. This is it. You refuse to get up and off the back of the bus, or this is it.
But ma'am, you're taking the fight to the wrong guy.
Look,
you're at Walmart.
You know what?
Don't like the pricing.
I don't go there either. I absolutely don't go either. I boycott that place as
I
well.
don't understand. I'm trying to explain to you our authority. I did. Okay, we have authority.
I'm gonna pause this right here. Now, see this? They will go all out their way to explain this. Do you think we would have gotten this much explanation? You think a black guy would have got this much explanation? You think they would have sat down and explained all this to him? You think they would have told DeJuan and gave DeJuan this much explanation? Now, she's doing this because she staged this whole thing to happen. She wanted to make an example coming across that border based on what happened. Yeah, Jorge too. He wouldn't have got away with it. Now, you got to ask yourself, why is that? Why is that happening? Well, we all know, but see, this is why you have to make the videos. You have to bring it to the public light. They want these things to die off. This thing died off back in August. And everybody, most of the general public or the rest of the world never focused on it. So it's up to people like us. If you want to copy a video from me, copy this video from me. Go out and push this video out and keep it in the public light until something is done about it. They want you to forget about this. They don't want you to know. So I tell people what they don't want you to know, so they want to punish me for it. They want to spam my account. They want to make sure nobody get notifications and act like it's just a glitch. They want to do these things. That's why you got to see past all of it. I could be sitting here making a fortune if I make bubblegum videos all day. I could just sit here and make bubblegum stuff and just throw it up and put nothing out of any merit. That's unjust to you, the viewer, if I was to do that. I would be failing all of you if I sat around and do that. You got people that's doing that now. Who they just in it for the money. That's all. That's all they care about. So, on that note, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click the notification button. I'm out.